Coming on here looking a mess. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Nursing with Nantha. I'm Nantha, and I wanted to come on here really quickly, and I just put this little weave in my hair a couple of days ago, so I'm trying to make sure I don't look a hot mess coming on here. Um, Hi, I know it's been a while, so I was trying to figure out how much of my story I wanted to share, and I've always been a person that wanted to help people. And that is actually my hope for this video and actually this channel. I'm going to try to be more consistent with it. A lot has been going on, and God gives his strongest warriors tough battles, and I've been in a little bit of a battle. I'm trying to get it together and keep everything all sane. I wanted to come on today and kind of talk to you about, I'm matching my decor in my house. I wanted to come on today and give you a preview of what I'm going to be talking about in the next videos. I decided I was going to share my story. I was having a conversation with a really close friend, and she's like my big sister. She said, you have a story that really could help somebody else. And that has always been my goal, was to put information out there that actually would be beneficial to other people. And today I figured I would open the book back up, um, and let you see a little bit of me and my reality and what I go through, or how I process information. So I am, the last video, I know it's been a while, I was kind of talking to you about why you need to speak up for your care based on the situation that I was going through. So I wanted to follow up with that. But I also wanted to kind of introduce a series that I'm going to do. It's probably going to be 3 videos. So in the first video, I'm going to talk about my mom's health situation and how it affected the family. In the second video, I'm going to give you my perspective of it and what's going on with me. And then in the third video, I'm going to talk about my daughter's perspective of it, watching her grandmother and her mom go through something very similar, so you can kind of get an idea of how it affects your kids in situations. And I say my daughter because, yes, I have 3 kids. I have 1 biological child, and then I have 2 bonus boys. Um, the reason why I'm focusing on my daughter is because she actually was around when my mom was sick. So it's not to exclude how the boys feel about me getting sick or anything like that, but it is more so to focus on her, because she has a direct lineage to this situation. It's gonna affect her again at some point, or it may affect her again at some point in her life. So I wanted to get her perspective on it. And hopefully it will help other people navigate through whatever situations that they may be going through on their health journey, or just in life, period. So just a quick update. I wore the heart monitor for 2 weeks. Excuse me. It took them a while to give me my test results back. I kind of like to give at least a week and a half, because I had to send it into a different company, and then that company had to forward it onto my cardiologist. So I gave them about 2 weeks, and I realized that I hadn't heard anything. So I had a follow-up appointment with my primary care doctor, and went ahead and told her, I was like, well, I haven't seen anything. Like, I can see that the information was scanned into my patient portal, but I can't see it. So I reached out to my cardiologist, and they immediately said, we're going to set you up for a telehealth visit. So I got that phone call from my doctor, and come to find out, part of the issue was my heart was doing some things that were a little bit concerning for my doctor. So during the time that I had the heart monitor on, I had two extremes. So on the one hand, I at about 4 o'clock in the morning during the time that I would typically be asleep, my heart rate was like 37. One day 47, another day, and then like 50. So that was concerning for them because there were periods of time where my heart was like it was showing that it wasn't beating very well or wasn't beating. It was a pause. Then on the other extreme, it would go from when I was resting, not doing anything, it would go from the high 90s, low 100s. The highest that it got was 182. So they also said I have some, it's called a heart block, and they typically put you on medication for that. So I am now taking a medicine to keep my heart in a normal rhythm and at a lower pace. I'm also taking medicine for my blood pressure because they don't want my blood pressure to be up over, I think he said 120s. Like the textbook normal is 120 over 80. And because of my mom's history of having pulmonary hypertension and high blood pressure and stuff like that, they said they don't want my heart to have to work as hard to pump. So they want my blood pressure to be just a little bit lower, which is fine. Um, so that's where I'm at right now with that part of it. The other thing is I went and had a biopsy done, um, a different type of biopsy. The first one that I had was called a bronchoscopy. I had that done, and they tried to take some tissue from the lymph nodes that are inflamed in my lungs to see if they can get a diagnosis from that to see what's causing all these problems. That was not successful. They said that the tissue sample wasn't good. So I had to go in and have a different biopsy done where they actually put me to sleep and cut here so that they can actually pull the whole lymph node out or multiple lymph nodes out so they can biopsy those to make sure that there wasn't any cancer or to get a diagnosis of an autoimmune disease that they think that I may have. So it comes to come to find out I do have an autoimmune disease. It's called sarcoidosis. Typically, it affects your lungs, but it can affect other organs in your body. And they think the issue with my heart is because of the sarcoidosis. Now, my mom had sarcoidosis as well as pulmonary hypertension and scleroderma. In a future video, I will come on and talk about that because, like I stated before, that's part of a series where I want to give you a look into the life dealing with that diagnosis with my mom and now being faced to deal with that with myself. And then again, how my daughter is looking at the situation from her perspective. So you have my mom's situation, me looking at it from a daughter's standpoint, and now me looking at it from a patient standpoint, and then my daughter looking at it as, my child. So it it's not to put, because I am kind of a private person, but it's not to put my business out there. It really is to kind of educate because a lot of people don't know about this disease. Um, you think about Bernie Mac and well, he had it. Well, he's no longer here. And we don't know what questions to ask. And I've literally been dealing with this for almost a year. In October, it'll be a year that I've been dealing with these health issues. And I'm just now starting to get some answers and get a little bit of a clearer picture on what's going on. So I wanted to share so that if you're sick, it kind of it encourages you to actually speak up for your care. Take ownership of your care. Don't let someone tell you, I don't know what's going on, and not point you in the right direction to get that help. Because typically, I am a person that goes to the doctor once a year. I hate being a patient. It's not that I have white coat syndrome, I just don't like to be a patient. I like to take care of people and make people feel better. I don't like to feel like I'm burdening anybody else with my situation. So yeah, I go to the doctor once a year, get my mammograms, get my female woman check, and all of that stuff. And then if I don't feel good, which is not very often, I typically will call and be like, hey, I've been taking Mucinex for a couple of days, or I've been taking Sudafed for a couple of days and I'm not feeling any better. Do I need to come in, or do you want to call me in a prescription or something like that? That's typically the relationship that I have with my physicians, because I don't have a need for that. So I've literally gone to the doctor in the past year every month or every 3 months or every other month for the past year. I now not only have a primary care doctor, I have a rheumatologist, I have a cardiologist, I have a pulmonologist, I have a neurologist. And keeping track of all of these things and starting to have to take all of these medicines, it's been a chore. So I kind of want to use myself as an example of why you need to start to speak up for yourself and for your family members when it comes to that. Because had I not been diligent and been pushing people and saying, no, I don't feel good, something is not right, I probably would have been brushed under the rug. But because I am a firm believer in keep pushing, I don't care what you have to do, we're going to find out what's wrong, because this is not normal. There's no telling how long it would have taken in order for me to get diagnosed. Because remember, this is my second cardiologist. The first one that I had, the first cardiologist that I had kind of blew me off when I was telling her my symptoms. And then when I went back to the doctor and I was in my primary care doctor's presence and she saw what I was going through, like I was literally sitting there and I started having palpitations, she was like, this is not normal. So in those situations, in those instances, you have to be your own advocate. You have to. It's important. It's life or death. Because my heart rate was going up so high, at any moment it could have turned into a lethal rhythm and I could not be here, or my situation could be different. And you don't want those things to happen to you unnecessarily. So hopefully, you follow me on this journey and, you get something from it. Um, I guess that's it for now. I hope that you stay tuned and you follow me. I'm going to try to post a video at least every week, um, to kind of help keep you encouraged and to let you know what's going on. So share this video with your friends if you feel like it will help. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.